Throughout the first 4 chapters of Poppy Playtime, the design of the big bad guy, the prototype, was kept very secret. We never really saw it. We just saw his hand, and in chapter 4 we saw his legs. But it was hyped up a lot. There was so much foreshadowing for it, and it was going to be the biggest reveal of chapter 5. So it was really important that this design did not suck ass. And I don't think it did. I really like this design. I think it is great. And I am now going to talk about it. So enjoy. So this is the design. I'm just gonna go over it, talk about every little piece of it, and just analyze this design. I really like the way this guy looks. I like the way this thing looks. The first thing that you would notice is that he's a clown. I don't really know why he's a clown. I'm pretty sure it was foreshadowed and hinted at in like their analog horror marketing for chapter 5. I don't pay attention to those though, so I don't know. I just played the actual game itself. Except for when I see Catnap in the analog horror stuff. I will watch the analog horror stuff if I see Catnap. I really like Catnap. But he's a clown. He's a jester. And I really like it. I think jester designs and clowns are just kind of overused, but I think this works. I think anything that's overused can be good if it's done good. Like Weeping Angels are overused, but the teacher from chapter 3 was still so cool, you know? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why it's a clown. I like it though. I like the way that it's a clown. I like it. It only has one eye. It's probably because I'm pretty sure it's breaking. It's becoming withered. Especially at the end of chapter 5, you can see it's even more broken. This toy is crumbling, and one of its eyes fell out. And another eye, in his reveal when he's sitting at the table, I'm pretty sure you can see the eye like dangling out, the missing eye dangling out of his face. And that is just so cool. It's so nasty. Eyes kind of gross me out in general, but I like it. It's awesome. Then the base of this design is a car. I don't recognize the car immediately. It's not the little silly car that you see early in chapter 5. And I don't think it's one of the toys we've seen before. I think this is a new car. It could be part of the train though, I guess. I'm not quite sure where the car is from. There is a rib cage in the middle of this car though. I don't know if it's an actual rib cage or if it's just part of the car, but it looks cool. Rib cages make designs of characters look better immediately. Like Nightmare Bonnie, and probably more. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but probably more. Rib cages are cool. Then there's the crab spider legs. These were revealed in chapter 4. And when I first saw these, I was worried. I didn't think that could be good. But it was. I like this. There's 6 crab legs like a spider. Spiders have 6 legs if you didn't know. And I like it. I thought that when they revealed it in chapter 4, there was only 4 legs, which I think is just worse. But maybe we only saw 4. Or just couldn't count a year ago. I'm not quite sure. But I like the legs. They're especially scary near the end when he's running at you. That just shot of him running at you is just terrifying, I think. Then, in the ribcage, there's 3 arms. There's a Huggy Wuggy arm, which is from Huggy Wuggy's ripped off arm, which I think he lost when we kinda killed him in chapter 1. Because throughout chapter 5, he has been missing this arm, or at least half of the arm. Then there's Kissy Missy's arm, which was ripped off at the end of chapter 3. And there's Mommy Longlegs' arm, which was foreshadowed all the way back in chapter 2. In her death, her arm was the only thing that survived, and the prototype, which is the first time I think we've seen the prototype, just grabbed it with his hand. That was the hand reveal right there. Then on the back of the prototype, I think this is the best. This is just so cool. He is wearing Catnap's fur. Catnap, the main villain of chapter 3, the scariest villain of Poppy Playtime, I think, a fan favorite character. He is wearing Catnap's fur as a coat in like his whole back area. That is terrifying. That is one of the most powerful people in Poppy Playtime. He's probably the most intimidating antagonist still, and he's just wearing him. Then he has like red gas canisters, I guess you'd call it, because he is using Catnap's gas. Catnap's poppy gas, I think it was. Which makes him scarier. He's like the scarecrow, and we like the scarecrow in this house. And the gas follows him everywhere. In his reveal, I didn't notice it at first, but there was gas in his reveal when he showed up. The red gas, it was there. Then he has his long hands with his long fingers. This is the same hand that we know that we've seen since chapter 2 and we saw in chapter 3. Technically, the arm part before it hits like the jester sleeve is shorter now than what we see in chapter 3. but that's okay. No one cares about that consistency. That really does not matter. And then on his arm, I only noticed this when he's carrying Poppy, and we're from Poppy's point of view at the end of chapter 5. There's an actual bone on his arm, I'm pretty sure. I think that's a human bone right there. Then about the design, about his face again. His face is a mask. I'm pretty sure it looks like a mask. And there's probably something under there. I'm predicting it's like a human skull or something. Or like a robot thing. Because I bet this design is going to get damaged in chapter 6. And I bet there's going to be a human skull under there, like a human face, or just something messed up under that mask. That's going to be a reveal. And then, I don't know if this is technically his design. I really like this guy's voice though, and I want to talk about the prototype's voice. It switches between like 5 different voices, and I don't know, I like characters that do that. This is very niche, but the Spirit of Helen animatronic Creepy Rising Doll, her voice changes like this, and I like it. This prototype reminds me of Creepy Rising Doll, and like 2 people know what that is, but just know. Google Creepy Rising Doll, I'm right. And then his voice also switches in the final chase boss fight thing. It switches to Doughy and Mommy Longlegs, I'm pretty sure. Maybe more. Those are the only 2 I noticed though. And that's cool, he's switching between the other boss's voices. Because Catnap didn't really have a voice. He talked once, and it was kind of lame. That's the part I choose to forget when I'm thinking of Catnap. And Huggy never talks, except for his cardboard cutout. But yeah, that's it for the prototype. I like this design. I hope in chapter 6 they expand on this design, destroy it a little bit, wither him, and I am excited. And I hope it takes them 2 years to make chapter 6, so it's not as buggy as chapter 5 and 4. Yeah, goodbye.